غرباء 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 غرباء.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأصلي وأسلم على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. ثم أما بعد. This is an introduction to the Arabic language and to the book that we're going to discuss inshallah, and the book where we're going to learn from, Arabiyyah Bayna Yadayk. First of all, we have to know the importance of the Arabic language. Every subject that you want to learn, you have to know first of all what is the ruling about the subject. Is it compulsory to learn? Is it recommended? And so forth and so on. So first of all, أيها الإخوة, we want to talk about the Arabic language. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, حاميم والكتاب المبين إنا جعلناه قرآنا عربيا لعلكم تعقلون. After saying حاميم, and حاميم, my brothers, we find a lot in the Quran, حاميم and alif lam mim and so forth and so on. Like Ibn Kathir rahimahullah, he said that these letters are only known to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so we don't know the meanings of these letters. That is the correct opinion, wallahu a'lam. So after saying Hamim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, verily we have made it a Quran in Arabic, we have made it a Quran in Arabic that you might be able to understand, in clear Arabic language. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is praising here in this ayah the Arabic language. Surah Zukhruf, ayah number 1 until 3. Also, the scholars of Islam, when they talk about Arabic, like Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, they say that it's compulsory to learn. Learning the Arabic language is fard, compulsory. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah said, إن اللغة العربية من الدين ومعرفتها فرض واجب فإن فهم الكتاب والسنة فرض ولا يفهم إلا باللغة العربية وما لا يتم الواجب إلا به فهو واجب. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, he says, indeed the Arabic language is apart from the religion, and knowing the Arabic language is fardun wajib, is compulsory for a person to learn the Arabic language. He says because the understanding of the Quran and Sunnah is compulsory, is fard. You have to understand the Quran and Sunnah. You have to understand what Allah wants from you, what He wants you to do, and the Messenger also. And it's not possible to learn this Quran and the Sunnah only by Arabic. You will not get a total understanding of the Quran and Sunnah only with Arabic. So that's why the Arabic is wajib, fard. So Arabic is compulsory because learning the Quran and Sunnah is compulsory, and you cannot understand it in a good way only with Arabic language. So there is no way to understand the Quran and Sunnah only with the Arabic language. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen this language to be the language of His last book and His last messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Learning the Arabic language, the scholars says, has a lot of benefits. From these benefits is that it protects you with Allah's will from falling in doubts in your religion, and also from falling in innovations. Naam. One of the scholars, great scholars of the past, Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah, one of the 4 Imams, he said, ما جهل الناس ولا اختلفوا إلا لتركهم لسان العرب. Imam al-Shafi'i rahimahullah, the great scholar, says, the people didn't fall in ignorance and disputes, and they didn't differ amongst themselves only because they left the Arabic language. They left the Arabic tongue, lisan al-Arab. You see, the people that are fallen in arguments with each other and disputes, that's because their lack of understanding of the Arabic language. So that caused them to have problems between each other in understanding the deen. Also, Al-Hasan al-Basri rahimahullah, one of the great scholars of the past, Al-Hasan al-Basri, when the people of innovation were being mentioned to him, he said, أهلكتهم العجمة. They're being destroyed by their العجمة. العجمة is their non-Arabic tongue. The non-Arabic tongue. They've been destroyed because they wanted to understand the Quran, they wanted to understand the Sunnah, but not in the Arabic, with the Arabic language. So that's why they fell in innovations, because they're non-proper understanding of the Quran and the Sunnah. So understanding the Quran and the Sunnah in an Arabic way protects you bi'idnillah from falling in this kind of things. But understanding it in an Arabic way is not enough. You need also to understand it the way the Sahaba radiallahu anhum understood it. You have to understand the Quran and Sunnah like the Sahaba radiallahu anhum understood it. And they were the best people in understanding Arabic after the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Also, understanding the Arabic language helps you increasing your understanding of the religion. Imam al-Shatibi rahimahullah, he said, فإذا فرضنا مبتدئا في فهم العربية فهو مبتدئ في فهم الشريعة، أو متوسطا فهو متوسط في فهم الشريعة، والمتوسط لم يبلغ درجة النهاية، فإن انتهى إلى درجة الغاية في العربية كان كذلك في الشريعة. وهذا موجود في الموافقات المجلد الرابع صفحة 115. This is very important. Imam al-Shatibi, one of the scholars of the past of Al-Andalus, what's now Spain, in his book Al-Muwafaqat, the 4th volume, page 115, he says that if we have a beginner in the Arabic language, he is automatically also a beginner in understanding the Sharia, the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, and if we have a person that is at the mid-level of understanding the Arabic, he has to be also then automatically also in the mid-level of understanding Sharia. And if we have a person that has the top level of Arabic, he has also to be like that in understanding Sharia. That shows us that this is going head in head. This go hand in hand. Understanding the Sharia and understanding the Arabic. You cannot be at the top level of Sharia if you are a beginner in Arabic language. You cannot be a scholar while you cannot speak Arabic. The scholars of Islam in the books of Usul al-Fiqh, when they mention the mujtahid is the highest level of scholar, al-mujtahid, the one that does the ijtihad, he gives the fatawa. He's not a muqallid. They bring the conditions, is to be hafid Quran, is to know so many hadiths. One of the conditions to be a scholar, a mujtahid, is to know the Arabic language. You can never be a mujtahid without knowing the Arabic language. But I want to say that some scholars of the past, like Imam Ahmad and Ibn Rajab, rahimahullah, and other ones, they are warning against some people that went too deep in Arabic language, so deep that they didn't give time to the knowledge what is more important, like tawheed and fiqh. So you have to be balanced. And you don't go overboard. We have to learn Arabic so we can understand the Quran, we can understand the Sunnah. But I think in any language you have like the deep kind of, like deep English, deep Urdu, deep Arabic, like the poetry, very deep. So Imam Ahmad rahimahullah, we find that Ibn Rajab rahimahullah, he said, وكذلك كره أحمد التوسع في معرفة اللغة وغريبها وأنكر على أبي عبيد توسعه في ذلك وقال هو يشغل عما هو أهم منه. يعني الإمام ابن رجب, I think in his book فضل العلم, فضل علم السلف على علم الخالف, page 24, he said that Imam Ahmad rahimahullah used to dislike that you go too deep in the Arabic language and in its strange, in the strange words. In any language you have like words that are not widely used. And he disliked, Imam Ahmad rahimahullah disliked the way Abu Ubaid, he was also a scholar, used to do. Abu Ubaid used to go so deep in the language that Imam Ahmad said, he used to dislike that, the way Abu Ubaid used to go in his Arabic language. And he said, Imam Ahmad said, هو يشغل عما هو أهم منه. It keeps you busy from that what is more important. We have Aqidah, we have Tawheed, we have Fiqh. So you have to learn Arabic, you have to give it your time. We are far from the level we have to be at in the Arabic language. So don't think, because I say this, that khalas, we have enough. No. If the Imam reads the Quran, do we understand what Allah is wanting from us? So we are far from that level. We have to do our best, inshallah, to achieve that level. So we're far from that. But there might come a level where you say, I now have to focus on other subjects, the subjects that are compulsory for you to know, like Tawheed and other subjects. So I wanted to mention that. Lastly, أيها الإخوة, is why do we, or why have we chosen this book, Al-Arabiyyah Bayna Yadayk? This book, as you can see, Al-Arabiyyah Bayna Yadayk, Arabic, the Arabic, what's Al-Arabiyyah? The Arabic, Bayna, between, Yadayka, your hands. This is the title of the book. It's quite strange if you are studying this book for 5-6 months and you don't know the title. A person asks you, what kind of book do you study? What's the name of the book? You have to know what the book is. Al-Arabiyyah is the Arabic. Bayna, between, Yadayka, your two hands. Arabic between your hands. If you hear this name, Al-Arabiyyah Bayna Yadayk, it's something that encourages you to learn it. It's between your hands, just grab it. It's not far. You have now the opportunity, Al-Arabiyyah Bayna Yadayk. So grab it and start studying it. This book is written by 3 doctors. Doctor is not only the person of the hospital, but a doctor is the one that has the highest level of university grade. That's the doctor. So 3 doctors have written this book, and that makes the book also stronger. So, because if you are alone and you write a book, you might make mistakes, and even 3 people can make mistakes, but it's stronger than if one person would write this whole book. This book is, like I said, being written by 3 doctors from the Jami'at Malik Abdul Aziz University, the University of Malik Abdul Aziz in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia. And this book, Walillahi alhamd, is now being taught in more than 70 universities across the world. So this is a very, very famous book, and it's quite a new book. And we have chosen this book also because it's not only written, there is also audio with it. So you have two ways of learning. You hear, you have, you know, when we went to the primary school, they used to say you can learn in different ways with the senses. You can see, you can hear, and so forth and so on. So by only seeing is powerful. But if you also hear, you hear the Arabic voices, because this book goes with a CD that makes you much stronger. So this is, you don't find a lot of books where you can also have the CD with it or the tapes. Because in this book you can choose between tapes or CDs. So this is a very strong point of choosing this book, the CD, and you know that you are able to go home and put the CD and listen to the dialogues and how it's being spelled and how it's being pronounced. We chose this book also because of the many pictures in this book. It's full of pictures, and you know that it's very easy to learn the vocabulary if there is a picture with it. Then you're sure that this is a tree and this is a house and so forth and so on. Also, my brothers, this book, it teaches you Arabic in an Islamic way. So it gives you ayat from the Quran, it gives you hadith, it gives you Islamic history. So because I told you in the introduction, there is a connection between Arabic and the deen. Allah chose Arabic for His religion. So you find that back in this book. So I think this book is one of the best books I have seen for a beginner student, especially that this book doesn't start too quickly with the grammar. Some of the Arabic books for the beginners, you open the book, you start with a few letters, few words, and then they start directly in the grammar. And grammar in any language is quite difficult. Even English, any language. If you say to a student in the school, what subject you don't really like, he might say grammar. And some people, they like grammar, but starting too fast in grammar might make you desperate, give you a desperate feeling of not understanding. You might drop out at the end. So there are a lot of benefits in studying this book. So inshallah, we will inshallah go through this book inshallah with Allah's will. And if there are any questions, you can ask. No questions. No. Alhamdulillah. I hope it's clear inshallah. Kitab al-Talib means the student book. Okay, Kitab al-Talib, you said the front, Kitab al-Talib, student book. Be always aware if you want to buy this book that you have Kitab al-Talib, because you have also Kitab al-Muallim, the teacher's book. So if you order a book, be sure that's Kitab al-Talib, the student book. And be sure that it's yellow, because you have also the green and the blue one. That's book 2 and 3. You have also book 2 and 3. So be sure that's book 1, because there are 3 books. And they are working now to put it in 4 books, okay? Because there is a problem, a small problem now, and that is that the gap between book 1 and 2, this kind of gap between book 1 and 2. Brothers that finished book 1 and they went in book 2, they found some difficulties. Some, not all, some. So what are they going to do now? They want to close this gap, okay? So there will be, inshallah, it will be in 4 volumes, 4 books, inshallah, in the future. But after 1 or 1.5 year, like the employee of this company, I called them last month, and they said it might take 1 to 1.5 year to complete this project, inshallah. No, it's all in Arabic. The CD, like you might know, if you open the book and every tadrib or every exercise where you see the small tape, yes, there is where you can put the CD player. So if you see a small tape, is you use there the tape recorder. So all the vocabulary, all the dialogues are in the CD or in the tapes, if you have the tapes. But they are totally Arabic. They are for the sound, yeah, the pronunciation. They are for the pronunciation, that you pronounce it well. Some teachers, they don't use the tape a lot or the CD a lot because they think it's quite faster to go, especially if the teacher can pronounce it properly, the vocabulary and the dialogues, so he might do it himself. But also very important, this book, if you put the CD on, one of the first things after the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is that this book is لغة العربية لغير الناطقين بها. It's very important. لغير الناطقين بها. This book is being written for the non-Arabic speakers. It's one of the most important things I wanted to mention, but I forgot it. This book is written for who? For the non-Arabic speakers. You might find a book in learning Arabic, but for the Arabic speakers. So it's more difficult to understand. So this book is specially written for the non-Arabic speakers. So that's why you see that this book is very spread in countries like Africa, and in Asia, and Indonesia, and Malaysia, and that sort of kind of countries. Naam. جزاكم الله خيرا وبارك الله فيكم وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
غرباء غرباء